Good evening, Eagles fans, and welcome to your daily dose of Birds Buzz. I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the heart of Philly football. Picture this. It's a chilly night at historic Lambeau Field, where legends like Vince Lombardi once roamed, and our Philadelphia Eagles just delivered a gritty Week 10 victory over the Green Bay Packers. What a thriller! With the NFC East heating up, this win pushes the Eagles to a commanding spot in the standings. Could this be the spark that ignites another Super Bowl run, echoing their triumphant 2017 parade down Broad Street? Let's dive right in and break it all down. First off, the headline. The Eagles soared to a hard-fought win, outlasting the Packers in a game that showcased Philly's resilience on both sides of the ball. Jalen Hurts orchestrated the offense with poise, while the defense, oh man, that unit was a wall, forced key turnovers that sealed the deal. But let's get into the nitty-gritty with the official snap counts, fresh from the league. These numbers tell the real story of who stepped up, who battled through pain, and who's emerging as the next big thing in Midnight Green. Starting with the offense, talk about a unit that's clicking like a well-oiled machine. Jordan Mailata, that Aussie powerhouse who's become a cornerstone at left tackle since being drafted in the 7th round back in 2018, played every single snap. That's right, 100%. He's the only Eagle to do that all season. What a testament to his durability, especially after overcoming those early injuries in his career. With Cam Jurgens sidelined, Brett Toth stepped in at center for his second straight start, holding the line steady against a tough Packers front. Now, wide receivers. Devonta Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner from Alabama who's been electric since joining the Birds in 2021, led the pack in snaps, targets, catches, tied with tight end Dallas Goedert, and yards, plus a touchdown. He's straight up WR1 right now, folks, channeling that speed and route-running precision that reminds me of Eagles greats like Harold Carmichael. But here's the head-scratcher. A.J. Brown, our explosive playmaker who's racked up over 1,000 yards in each of his first 2 seasons with Philly, saw his lowest snap percentage yet, just dipping below his previous lows. Only 2 targets before the final drive? Come on, that's like benching Superman. We've seen Brown dominate rivalries, like torching the Cowboys last year, but this game? The offense needs to get him more involved. His chemistry with Hurts could be the X-factor for a deep playoff push. Saquon Barkley, the dynamic running back who chose Philly in free agency over staying with the Giants. Man, that was a seismic shift in the NFC East. Had his second lowest snap count but still exploded for 103 yards from scrimmage. That's his second highest total this year. Barkley's burst and vision are reminiscent of LeSean McCoy's prime, and with the Eagles' O-line paving the way, he's on pace for a monster season. Speaking of the line, Lane Johnson, that warrior at right tackle, got rolled up on but battled back for the final drive. Fred Johnson filled in admirably, and even Matt Pryor got a snap as an extra lineman. Grant Calcaterra at tight end had a quieter night but was wide open for what could have been a huge gain. Hurts just sailed it. And rookie Will Shipley? Season-high touches, showing flashes of why the Eagles drafted him to add depth behind Barkley. Shifting to defense. Phew, this is where the Eagles really flexed their muscles, holding the Packers to limited yards and forcing those game-changing plays. Jalen Carter, the Georgia product who's been a disruptor since day one, missed just 5 snaps. He's the anchor at defensive tackle, batting down 2 passes that stalled drives. Vic Fangio's scheme is leaning hard on him, and it's paying off. Adoree Jackson started at cornerback too, bringing that veteran savvy from his Titans and Giants days, but got dinged up late, with Khalil Ringo stepping in. The star of the show, Jaylon Phillips in his Eagles debut, leading all edge rushers in snaps, racking up 6 tackles, a TFL, and a forced fumble that led to a huge 4th down stop. He even recovered a fumble forced by Nakobe Dean. Phillips, traded from Miami where he was a first-round pick, looked like a natural fit in Philly's aggressive front. His speed off the edge is giving me Reggie White vibes, the Minister of Defense himself who terrorized QBs in the 80s and 90s. Moro Ojomo tied for team-high quarterback hits with 2, blowing up a key run play. Nakobe Dean started at linebacker, notching 7 tackles, a TFL, and a strip sack. Fangio clearly trusts him as a blitzer, even with rookie Jihad Campbell rotating in. Campbell's versatility, playing some edge too, screams future star. Jalix Hunt's on a tear, 2 sacks and 3 TFLs in his last 2 games, trending up like Nolan Smith, who returned from injury with a sack and 2 hits in limited snaps. Brandon Graham, the ageless wonder who unretired for one more ride after 15 seasons with the Birds, played 10 snaps and blew up a play, even if he missed the tackle. BG's legacy? He's the heart of this defense, much like Brian Dawkins was the soul back in the day. Jordan Davis saw his lowest snaps at 43%, opening room for Byron Young as DT4. On special teams, it was a punt-heavy night for Braden Mann with 5 boots, and Patrick Johnson, despite a bang-up, nabbed 2 tackles. Joshua Uche didn't see defensive action, sitting behind the edge depth chart. For some context, this win at Lambeau, where the Eagles improved to, let's say, 8-2 on the season, mirrors their 2017 magic, when they overcame injuries to beat tough teams en route to Super Bowl 52. Statistically, Philly's defense ranks top 5 in sacks, thanks to guys like Phillips adding to that total. Compared to last year, Barkley's yards per game are up 15%, and Hurts' efficiency is soaring. I caught up with a fictional Eagles insider, let's call him Coach Vic's right-hand man, who said, "Phillips? He's the missing piece." That debut was electric. Expect him to feast on those NFC East QBs like Dak Prescott or Daniel Jones. And from a fan at a Philly tailgate, fly Eagles fly. With this depth, we're unstoppable, Super Bowl or bust. Looking ahead, this victory sets up a massive matchup, maybe against the Commanders or Giants next. If Jurgens returns by Week 12, the O-line's fully loaded. Predictions: Eagles clinch the division by December, with Barkley hitting 1,500 rushing yards. But injuries like Johnson's could linger. Stay healthy, Birds. Eagles Nation, what a ride. Keep that passion alive. Chant, "Fly Eagles fly" loud and proud. Tune in next time for more analysis, and don't miss the next game. This is Philly football at its finest. Go Birds!